Dawson Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here. Time for my review for Digimon Adventure 2020 Episode 7, and this was Joe's debut episode. A decent episode, you know, just kind of a little bland. It's basically his intro episode, just like Mimi's last week, so nothing too huge happened, but I thought it was fairly enjoyable. So at the beginning of the episode, everyone's kind of lounging around, and including Mimi, who has this like lounging chair that she just takes everywhere. But they're lounging around and like, maybe we shouldn't be taking such a break. And then they're using Birdramon to sort of see out, to sort of find where they're going. And when they do, they get attacked by an evil whirlpool, and they end up on this island, or like on the beach again. I think that was where they were originally. But they, you know, they can't go any farther out because this whatever has been attacking them. And they get saved by Gomamon and his marching fishes. And I have to say, I mean, I love Gomamon. I miss Gomamon. He's one of my favorites. I miss the English voice. The voice in this is so, like, small. I miss Gomamon's. Everyone felt like had more distinct personality in the dub for me. And like this one, especially Joe sounds weird to me and Gomamon sounds weird to me. Probably not for the people that watched the subs originally, but they just had so much more character in the original series for me. But Gomamon saves them, and he shows them that Joe's there and that there's another human, but Joe's really focused on studying. It's really weird because, like, Joe was like that. He was responsible, crest responsibility. I think it's different in Japan, but for me it's responsibility, hashtag reverse purist. He's been very responsible and was always about, like, I gotta become a doctor. That was always a thing. But from what I remember, especially since I just recently rewatched the original series, he was never like this in the original series when they were in the digital world. Like, he wasn't taking time out to study. Like, it was weird because he's like, oh, like, we're not gonna ever find a way out of here, even working with you guys, but I gotta study for the exams, the middle school entrance exams. Dang, like, I just went to middle school. There's no entrance, you just go. So that was just kind of over the top, and there was like a weird logic gap for me with it, like how extreme he was being. Like, okay, if you don't think you're gonna get out of here, or you're not gonna get out of here by working with Tai and Mimi, then what's the point in the studying? Like, and it was so over the top, and it seemed a little extreme on that studying aspect that I don't think we got much into with Joe in the original show. Hey, that rhymed. And it felt more like Evan's character from Fresh Off the Boat, if he was an anime character in the digital world, and less funny. Basically, he's refusing to help because he wants to study in his little hut. But Gomamon's gonna help them, and he's confident that Joe will grow into the Digidestin he was meant to be. But then when Gomamon's helping try to fight Gesomon, who is the monster in the lake that was fighting him, he gets injured, which leads to a bonding moment with him and Joe where they remember how they met and bonded. And like, it almost felt like this and Mimi's episode were cut from the same cloth. It felt very similar, like, here's the human character and their Digimon and their setup, and then the Digimon gets hurt, and then they digivolve and they resolve to go off with everybody. And that's basically what happened, because after Gomamon gets hurt, flashbacks, bonding, he digivolves to Ikakumon, they defeat the monster, and Joe decides to go with them and they head off. So, like, I liked the episode because it was nice to see Gomamon and Joe and get progress on that, and I am enjoying the pacing in which they're doing this, and I've appreciated that. But it just felt so, in a way, even though the situations were different, just so similar to Mimi's episode in terms of even right down to, like, Gomamon and Palmon both being injured and then digivolving right after that. And also, apparently, it seems like only Agumon at the moment is getting a full-on Digivolution sequence, whereas everyone else gets the kind of Insta version, which is kind of weird. I kind of like parts of the Insta version better, but it's still just kind of weird. We also do get two brief glimpses at other characters. You know, we got our annual check-in with Izzy, who's still in the Digicorts, whatever, not Digicorts, you know what I mean. And he's just flying with Kabuterimon still, and it's like, I gotta get back to the digital world, or get to the digital world. I'm like, yeah, we know. And then we see a brief glimpse of Kari watching the news reports about the problems being caused in the real world because of the digital world stuff, but that's it. And next week, though, looks like we're going to be gathering the Core 6 and hopefully then leading into TK and Kari and the Holy Digimon. It's actually really funny because I keep forgetting Matt exists. Like, this last few weeks I've been thinking, okay, we got to get Joe, we got Mimi, we got to get Izzy to gather up with everyone, even though he's been all the episodes, we got to gather him up. But I kept forgetting Matt exists, despite the fact that he debuted way back in like episode 1-2, but I feel like we haven't seen him at all outside of the opening, but I always skip that so I don't see him. So I just keep forgetting he exists, and they're like, we're gathering the 6 next week, and then Matt's there. I'm like, oh yeah! So it looks like we're going to be gaining momentum in that, and a little bit more of a story focus next week, kind of like the Holy Digimon. But this episode is fine. I enjoyed it. Just nothing too spectacular overall. I'd probably give it about like a 6.5. Like, it was enjoyable, but it was a little too samey in some of the structure to Mimi's. But what do you guys think of the episode? Let me know in the comments as always. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps, ring that bell to get notifications for my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.